So, over the next 3 days, we're gonna camp here in Parrsboro, Nova Scotia. We're gonna be at Ottawa House, we're gonna be at the old post office, and we're gonna be starting tonight at an old decommissioned church, which I've always wanted to do and we've never actually done before. So this is exciting, this is fun. The church is in sort of central Parrsboro, and I've got Holly stationed there. She wanted to ring the church bell to let the ghosts know that we're in town. And I thought that was a really good idea until I realized I was going to be doing this segment standing in Ghost Central, which is the cemetery. So to the ghosts of Parrsboro, not just in the buildings that we're going to be visiting, but frankly, the entire town. Feel free to come visit us on any one of these 3 nights, any one of these 3 locations, and tell us your story. Let us know who you are. Show us what Parrsboro has to offer. And now, Holly?
Yep.
Commence Operation Parrsboro.
Operation commencing.
All right, ghosts. Time to come home.
Holy moly.
I think they heard it.
Do you see yourself? You see fire? Are you in the fire? Fire? Are you by yourself? Is there somebody else with you?
Trapped.
That is the strangest thing. I've been rolling for 50 minutes, and I haven't had a single focus problem until right now. And I can't keep you in focus, Kim.
I just got so cold. Oh my God, my legs are frozen.
You're going, there's no reason, like you were fine. I've been on you for 10 minutes, and you're just going, it's like your phase shifting. There's no reason that it started as soon as you picked up those dowsing rods.
Paul,
Yes?
see where the dowsing rods are pointed?
Where are they pointed?
To the door.
You mean like leave?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Here we are. It is the Parrsboro Post Office, and it was decommissioned for about 40 some odd years, right, Kim?
Correct.
So a lot of ghostly energy probably has just been waiting to be expelled here. At least that's the story we hear. We will explore some of those stories tonight. Kim has gotten the 411 from the current owner of the building as to who they think those ghosts might be. But, spoiler alert, probably an old postmaster. Stands to reason. But right now, we're going to start, boom, right in, no shtick, here we go. We've got an experiment set up. So Kim wanted to do this, and I think Holly did too. It's the Estes method. I'm not exactly completely sure about what's going to happen. I just know ghost box is involved. So we've put Kim down there in the stacks. Holly is next to her. And I think Holly's got the ghost box and she's going to have earphones on. And just for fun, I put Amy over in that corner over there, and she has the ED, the EDI. So if there's any temperature or pressure changes or anything that happens to her over there, she'll be able to see it. So let's get right into it. Jumping right in with Ghost Box, all of us, first floor, the old post office in Parrsboro. Kim, take it away.
First things first when it comes to the Estes method. It includes headphones, it includes a spirit box, and it includes Holly not being able to hear me. So Holly,
Yep.
I'll get you to put those headphones on right now.
We are scanning. And I'm gonna put this on now.
Okay,
I will not be able to hear you. So if you need me to stop, someone's literally gonna have to come over here.
Okay.
Or rip these off my head. Okay.
What I find exceptionally creepy about this is if I ask a question and she answers it correctly, knowing that she can't hear what the question was. It's pretty scary. It's also, it eliminates when you are doing a regular spirit box session and you're kind of waiting for an answer. This scenario, you can't do that.
There was a woman breathing.
What's your name? Miss, Mrs.? Do you have a last name?
Paul? Hi.
Hi, Paul. Paul, do you know the person that Holly's speaking to?
Hey, how are you?
Were you in this building alone today?
Yes. Amy was out.
My space?
You're clearly in someone else's space.
Help!
Don't be alarmed. We're not here to scare you, okay? We're just here to learn about you, maybe become your friend. You're not alone, at least not for tonight. Do you have a message for any of us?
Exit.
We're not leaving yet. I am sorry. Where is the there's many exits. Maybe it's that exit because that's where I heard where the ghost likes to be.
They said, do you have, so Holly, just before you said exit,
Yeah.
Kim's question was, do you have a message for us? All right, here's what I think we should do. I think we should keep the roll going, but let's switch it up. Kim, why don't you come over here? Holly, you go over there. Amy, you stay where you are, but you'll get your turn in the chair of doom next. But let's keep people moving, see if we can get different reactions from this Estes method experiment that we're doing.
Hello. Friends? Non-friends?
Run.
Oh, Jesus. We're not going to do that right now. Can you tell us why you want us to leave? Can you tell us who we're speaking with?
Evil presence.
Oh, what? No.
Give.
Give what?
We're not going to give you anything except a little bit of our time.
What do you want us to give you?
Can you tell us your name? My name's Holly.
I'm getting a lot of really like moans and almost a growl.
Are you trying to frighten us? Should we be frightened?
Probably.
So we're not inviting the evil presence in, but we would like to invite in the other spirits that we may be speaking with. Can you let us know when you're here?
Wait.
Do you want to speak with Amy? Do you want to speak through Amy? Sorry, Amy.
So yeah, how's...
Me?
I'm taking that as a yes. Let's switch it up. Let's get Amy in the hood.
Okay, I can't hear you guys right now, but if I talk, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thumbs up? Yeah? Okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Devil?
Devil?
I really hope there isn't a devil here.
We did not invite the evil presence in. We are not speaking to the evil presence. You may leave. Did you hear?
Rah!
Yeah,
Like a
that's
man's
the
voice
sound of
went,
it leaving.
"Rah!"
Well, I guess they heard me. Wonderful. You are.
Please go.
We're not going anywhere. We're here for the night. Get used to it.
It's not the way I would have said it.
Can you see us in this space? Can you see us moving about? Did we get an answer as to why someone's here, Holly?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, we were pretty specific about not inviting in the evil presence, but we didn't get the why to the other potential entities. No. Are
This
you?
is crazy in here. It's like so many mumbly jumblies of like, just like a ton of spirits are trying to talk. They're all flooding through, it seems.
Can you get one person to come forward, please? Just one. One at a time, please.
Keyword being person.
I heard a man say, I'd like you to stop.
Why don't you want to talk with us?
There's so many coming through at once. It's like they're flooding through and they talk over each other, so I don't get a clear word. I feel like there's a couple of male and one female, and the males are talking more than the female, but they're talking over each other like crazy.
Are we speaking to the old postmaster?
I heard another man say friendly.
It's always a good sign.
Score.
I almost feel like that's an invitation to like feel out the space and go to a different level, perhaps.
I'm coming. I met you.
Didn't this person, early on say Paul?
Yes.
This is all man's voice, by the way. It's all a man's voice that's coming through.
Hey, Paul, didn't you invite something to follow us from our other location?
If it says Kimball, I'm gone. Like, I'm out.
That'd be awesome.
So here's what we're going to do. We've got some interesting threads to follow, to pull apart, maybe to stitch back together. So we're going to take a little break, and we're going to go to some of the other places, set up some other things here in the post office. We've been on the ground floor of investigating, but we've got 2 levels up there, and we've got 1 level down there, all of which are supposedly haunted, and we're going to take a look at those. And it'll just seem like seconds to you folks at home. Is that good with you guys?
Sounds great.
Waiting for it. Sounds awesome.
Voice speaking to Amy.
Paul, you.
I guess who wants to speak to me?
Sweet.
I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so this is a little segment that I've been known to do from time to time that I like to call Paul and his iPad go for a bit of a wander, bit of a stroll, bit of a walkabout. And I'm not going to lie, as Holly would say, I've actually done this before. And no, I'm not doing a Battlestar Galactica kind of reboot or reference. About 5 minutes ago, I just walked up here. We're on break, and I was scouting around because I was thinking of doing a bit of a shtick, a bit of a thing. And second floor, boom, in there is a sort of gallery space. It's pretty much empty right now. And that's where they hang all these paintings and stuff when they do exhibits. But upstairs, on the 3rd floor, and this is actually kind of cool, is where they have artists in residence. And I also am told that it used to be the postmaster's place where he lived. It's really cool artwork on the wall there. So anyway, I came up here, and the lights were off, so I turned them on. Well, don't know if you can see it. This isn't great camera work, sorry folks, but right there, I came up here with a coffee cup. I left the coffee cup here. Hello, old friend, good to see you again, because as soon as I get up here, Turned the lights on and just thought, okay, I'm thinking maybe doing something art related. Boom. Something around here shook. Shook like the devil. Inside, not outside. And then my flashlight turned off. So, yeah, I went back downstairs, and that's where I got my old friend Steve, the iPad. I call everything Steve. So I don't know what shook. I mean, I really don't. It was over here somewhere. But they say that this area is haunted by the spirit of the former postmaster. So this is not the most fantastic award-winning cinematography you're ever going to see. But I am a bit nervous, and I'm using an iPad because the rest of the team still down on break. So I'm always sending them into weird situations and spooky stuff. So I thought I'd come do it myself. I fancy myself as a bit of an artist. I've taken up painting, sort of an amateur artist. And I was thinking I could come up here and see if I could connect, using art. Try something different for a change. And that's when something shook. So maybe they don't like my art. Always possible. Or maybe they're telling me to get a haircut. Mom, if you're watching, and I know you are, yeah, it's time for the COVID cut to, get cut. So yeah, I don't hear anything now. I'll just sit down. There you go. That's what you're tuning in for, folks. Award-winning cinematography from an award-winning director. Yeah. Oh, I left Steve my coffee cup over there. I can't actually reach him. So it's really a vanilla latte cup. So if there is anybody up here, any spirits, if the postmaster is here, can you give me a sign? The sign that I would ask you to give me is shake, rattle, and roll, because that's what you did when I walked up here last time. Can you move something? All sorts of things here you can move. The other thing of interest is that when we were doing the Ghost Box Estes method thing, the machine said Paul, said Andrew, which is my middle name, didn't say my last name, thank goodness, but, I think said a couple of other things that seemed to relate to me. So maybe it wants to talk to me. Maybe it wants to talk to me because it likes having artists here. Flattering myself now that I'm an actual artist. But maybe it wants to have me because it likes to have artists here and I'm an amateur artist. You never know. At least I have the spirit of an artist. Maybe it likes me, wants to talk to me because I'm an historian. And I love old buildings. I love old books. Downstairs full of them. It's like going to a used bookstore. Love that stuff. So I have an appreciation for the history of this building and for what people are doing with it now, including storing all those. Now, I don't know if folks could see that because I had laid my flashlight down on the table and I had it pointing over there. So I think there might have been some reflection. I wasn't using it because the lights are on. I forgot to turn it off. And so I just laid it down so I could do my usual hand motiony thing. It was on and it just turned off. Now the question is, was there a problem with the battery? Maybe the battery's been drained. You could always say, as Hollywood, that's paranormal, draining the batteries to get energy to communicate. But could just be the batteries being drained. Should be new batteries in here, though. So if I turn it on, does it still work? Yep. So that's not a battery problem. That's a paranormal problem.
Amy, welcome to the basement.
Thank you for having me.
This is equally terrifying and fascinating to me.
Same.
All right, what else is interesting right now is Holly is on not the next floor up, but technically the second floor, so it would be 2 floors from here,
Above that stairwell?
the circular stairwell. So if something weird happens down here, we can.
Send it on up to her.
She's not gonna like us for that one.
Probably not. Do you think she'd be sending stuff down to us?
Oh, 100%.
Right? Well,
No doubt.
We'll return the favor.
Exactly.
Let's play with the ovulis. Let's try some true false. Hesitated there. I got a little nervous all of a sudden. It's not that I think that I'm going to get answers for myself here. I'm a little worried I'm going to be getting answers for other people. Worried? Why? Well, because to start off the evening, we had something tell us that it was evil and asked to be invited inside. To which we said no. Still, I don't know, evil things seem to have a way, don't they?
Okay, folks, so I'm upstairs on the 3rd floor, which is the old postmaster's apartment, I guess. They think that this is haunted. I have already been up here once and had something move, something large move, metallic, and also my flashlight turned off twice, once off camera, once on camera. So I think this place likes me, and whoever's here might like me. And it had sort of called me out on the ghost box, Paul, and then Andrew, which is my name. But Paul Andrew Kimball is the name I use for professional purposes, my artistic name as a film director, as a writer, as an artist too. Nobody calls me Paul Andrew Kimball in real life, they just call me Paul Kimball. That's the name I've always gone without my middle name. So I'm thinking maybe there's an artistic element here. So this is now the artist in residence sort of dormitory or room, and I'm at a table, as you can see, where they would draw or paint or whatever. And I've got some crayons and whatever I could find here, pencils, a couple of markers, some paper. And I'm just going to see if I can channel the spirit of better artists than me and see if I can draw something that might elicit a reaction in some way. So if you can make one of the lights go out or turn something on or off or move something, hit me up with some cold, that always works. Or better yet, if you like what I'm doing, guess where everybody else is? Well, I'll tell you. Holly is 1 floor below me. She's got her back in the gallery space. She's got her back to the creepy stairwell. And that place is allegedly haunted too. That stairwell leads down 2 floors to the basement, which apparently was once used as a rifle range, but also potentially used as a jail or holding cell or place where they would have put criminal type people, at least for short periods of time, which would make sense because the post office would have been the most secure building in town. And I think they also had an armory there too. So it would make absolute sense that that is where you would put prisoners. So Kim and Amy are down there. Good luck to them. And we're just going to try a multi-level, it's like 3-dimensional Star Trekian chess, to see if we can pull something out of this building here.
We're not here to hurt you, harm you.
Do you feel an energy going through them?
You know, to be honest with you, I do feel an energy, but I'm sensing that it is very weak. I'm sensing it's not used to this kind of attention. And it's unsure.
Okay.
We're not here to startle you, scare you. We are fascinated by you and would like some proof or some evidence that you're here with us and you're not alone. So if you are here and you do want to communicate with us, could you please make my rods cross?
Very slowly crossing, hey?
Yeah,
It's really weak.
yeah.
So there's something here. They're wary, they're weak, they're very unsure.
Or
Or what?
they're upstairs.
So what I'm going to do for an art project, it was 2009. We're not exactly sure the day, sometime between October 18th and October 21st, we think, when my dear friend, who folks have heard me talk about on this show before, Mac Tonnies, passed away. So that's 12 years ago, basically right now, because today's October 20th. So it's always a bittersweet anniversary for me. Sweet, I guess, in the sense that he was a dear friend, and I really enjoyed our time knowing each other, despite the fact that it was far shorter than it should have been. Bitter, of course, because he was taken from us in his mid-30s, far, far, far too young. But besides being a great writer and just a free thinker, intelligent guy, just a lovely, lovely soul, Mac was also an artist, a sketchist. There's no such word as a sketchist. A sketchist, he was sketchy. A doodler, constant, inveterate doodler, which I used to be as a kid. Even into law school, I used to draw cartoons, Batman cartoons on my criminal law textbooks while the professors were talking, which would explain why I'm not practicing law now. Probably best for my criminal law clients, as that they would have been. So I think instead of painting or anything, which is not what I am set up to do, I might try a little sketching, see what we can get. Now, what I want to have happen is, I'm going to use a big marker to start, Mac or the spirits here, either or. So the spirits here, absolutely, contact Amy, Kim, Holly. But for me, why do we do these things? Well, part of it is because it's personal. You want to know, is there life after death? Is there something out there? Or, to sort of paraphrase the Moody Blues, is there someone out there and waiting? And so for me, at this time of year, it's always my thoughts turn to Mac Tonnies. So, Mac, if you're out there, if you can interact with me in some way, or better yet, they have the REM pod down on the first floor. They're also using the ED, both of which have blue lights. Light up the blue lights. The post-human blues. Show us that you're post-human and blue. It's kind of a literal interpretation, Mac. I'm not sure you'll appreciate that, but you can take it in a metaphorical way too. You can go metaphysical, but bring something. Holly met you. You met Holly. You know Holly, or you knew Holly. If you're out there, interact with Holly. Amy and Kim are really cool. You would have liked both of them, so feel free to go down and put on a show for them. Do a little tricksterish stuff for them.
Are there any spirits available here to communicate with us tonight? That's weird. What is going on? That is not normal. That is not normal. This is like currently stuck in the true position.
Is there a presence, a spirit with us right now downstairs? Is there someone here? Yes. Okay. Would you like to communicate with us? Yes.
Okay. Are you male?
Yes. What was that?
Did something just enter from the stairwell?
Something came down that stairwell. I heard it.
Oh my God, it's ice cold. That was weird. Focus.
Okay, it's okay. It was just a little noise. Was that you making that noise? Okay, thank you for letting us hear that, to let us know that you're here. Thank you.
Can you hear Holly upstairs?
Yes?
Anything going on down there, guys?
It's pretty quiet for me right now.
Kim, Amy, anything going on?
Hi guys. So we've been using the dowsing rods. They've increasingly been getting stronger. We also heard a sound very strong come through the stairwell, the circular stairwell.
Can we kindly ask you, we want to first thank you for your answers. Thank you for
Kim, have you gotten any activity on the ED or the REM pod?
The ED has slowly, very slightly gone down in temperature. REM pod is a no.
Let me know if any blue lights flash.
I want you to try out the REM pod.
Okay.
And I'm
let's talk.
going to walk over to it. And if you get close to it, sir, that's what I'll call you because I don't know your name. If you get close to it, it'll go off like this. And if you get really close to it, different colored lights will come on. So if you could hold on to the antenna or get really close to this like glowing device in the middle of the room, that would be really, really cool. Do you think you could try that out since you've tried out the dowsing rods and you're very successful at that?
You are awesome with the dowsing rods. Woo, I got goosebumps up my legs.
If you really want to get our attention and then prove to everyone that you are here, then please go touch the device on the stairs.
The temperature is like, feels like there's like a cold. I don't know if it's like drafty, but I do feel cold on this side of me. This side doesn't feel as cold at all. But like
I wonder if he's trying to touch the REM pod and nothing's happening.
I wonder, because it does feel colder here when I'm feeling like the temperature around me. Like it feels like just normal temperature here, but it does feel significantly cooler as I walk. Like, just gonna feel around. It does feel cooler here. 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 Here, it's a lot cooler right here. Wow, wow. It's very cool. Like drafty, right? I can feel it. But when I go like here, it's not as like drafty, do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
So like when I'm walking, feeling the air temperature, it feels quite significantly cooler here.
I really don't like that stairwell.
That stairwell is really bleh.
Oh!
What?
I was just gathering my thoughts because it was really gross up there.
I'm like frozen sitting next to this area.
Ah, interesting. Because I'm feeling cold, I'm like, and the dowsing rods kept pointing over there. I'm like, maybe we need to be kind of there for a minute, just to see if we get
I just got a cold breeze on my legs, guys.
Yeah, I think you should just walk.
You want me to walk up for a
See
second?
how you feel.
Oh, it is a lot colder over here.
Are you with Amy? Yeah.
He said yes?
Yeah.
So, if I could, quick recap, how's the weather down here?
Chilly.
Cool, cool, cool. Is there a side of spirit or ghost with that chill?
It felt like there wasn't a whole lot of push and pull with the dowsing rods, but as time went on, I gave them to Amy and they were just like wildfire.
Cool.
And then we also heard a noise, like, is there something dropped down the stairwell?
Yeah, okay, so I heard that from my end.
Oh.
Weird.
but it was definitely closer to you.
Yeah, it was down here. Like we heard it down here.
Do you think it was asking permission to enter?
That's what I suspected from it.
Yeah, that's
I was like, oh, maybe something just came here to join us.
Nice. And did you give it permission to enter?
I don't think I did specifically.
Yeah, we didn't actually say enter, but we were communicating with the spirit down here with the dowsing rods, and we got lots of answers
Okay.
from it.
Cool. Because we know there was that self-identified evil presence that was looking for permission to enter before.
Yeah, we never allowed that in.
Do you guys have any physical sensations, any feelings of things coming towards you or moving or shadows or anything like that?
I do now that the lights are out.
I feel my hands are in my pocket and I'm kind of tucked in my jacket, but I still feel a sense of cold go across my body, even though my hands are in my pocket.
Whoa.
Holly,
Yeah.
are you moving over there?
No, but something just moved towards me.
Are your legs moving?
Nope.
I just saw something move up there.
Yeah, just saw that too.
What the hell?
That was really gross.
Was it like a shadow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
it was. Oh, something just scattered across there again.
All right, something that said it was evil. If you're here, come on down. We'd like to meet you. We'd like to interact with you. You cannot harm us, but I think you're a trickster. I don't think you're evil at all. I think you're just out to give us a bit of a scare tonight here in Parrsboro. So we are inviting you in to give us a bit of a fright, a bit of a scare. You obviously have no power to harm us, so haha. But yeah, whatever was interacting with us potentially through the ghost box upstairs earlier during the, what do we call it? Estes session?
Estes.
Yeah. Come on down, literally, because here we are. Now, Holly, as I was doing that,
Yep.
was something going on with your,
I somehow pushed, or something else pushed, a button on here and started to draw. And the only thing I got, and I just held it up, I just let it do its thing, was a green dot in the center. I don't know, it was kind of looked like an eye. That feels normal, right?
No.
No.
So Paul's invited the evil thing to interact with us. How do y'all feel?
I especially don't like it because I'm the one that's sitting closest to the circular stairwell in which I heard the sound earlier.
And all the words that came out of the spirit box weren't necessarily very good ones. Whether he was tricking or not, it was not nice words.
Well, the obelisk says this is false.
What do you mean?
You said that you didn't think they were nice words. It said false.
So they were nice words?
I mean,
Or is he tricking? Oh, it's like maybe showing he's trickster?
sure.
Like he was saying the mean words but not meaning anything behind the mean words. That's what you mean?
Is that what you mean? No.
Did you mean what you were saying with those not nice words?
Yes. If it's a trickster entity, in my experience, however you want to calculate that, usually they pretend to be nice.
Oh.
Usually they pretend to be something you know so that you trust them.
So why would he pretending to be?
Because Paul is lying. Here's an idea. Do you mean us harm?
that's a good question.
Be honest. We're all about honesty here. Yes. Yes, it means us harm.
I don't like that at all. Can I ask a question? Are you the reason why I'm constantly feeling cobwebs all over me?
Now, Kim, you've had that experience before.
Yep.
We thought it might be something drawing energy off you.
True.
Is that what you're feeling now?
Ever since we turned the lights out. Oh, it got colder.
The thing's lighting up.
Wait, what color was that light?
Blue and yellow at the same time.
The plan is going according to plan.
What are you planning, Paul? What is the plan? Are we allowed to know?
I know what it is.
What is it?
He asked for a blue light.
Did he?
Yep.
Plan
When?
is going according to plan.
You asked for a blue light? For real?
Mm-hmm.
When?
When I was upstairs. I'm also not on camera, so having a long, prolonged conversation with me is probably not.
Blue light,
Oh
blue
my
light.
Lord. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow. Okay, it's here. It's identifying itself.
Well, I hope it's here. I
Yeah.
really hope it's here.
Do you require energy in the form of, I don't know, what, souls? Like, is that?
Blue light. Thank you.
It is right beside me.
Oh, I have, yeah. You're the lucky one, Amy. Amy, it's not gonna eat your soul.
I don't want to. It makes me nervous because I am so vulnerable to channeling and I don't want to channel a bad soul.
So 12 years ago, and we don't know for sure,
True.
but because he died in his apartment alone, my dear friend Mac Tonnies passed away. Now, I've talked about him on the show before, in previous seasons, and I think we might even early on, Holly interacted with him, and then I think I might have interacted him with some other friends, including Greg Bishop when we went to the Queens County Museum.
True.
When I was upstairs, I invited Mac to come on down. I also invited all the other spirits in this place, to be fair. I don't want it to be just Mac. But I said, Mac, his blog, Post-Human Blues, that has always been the signal that if we think we're interacting with Mac, he hits us up with some blue light. So Kim, if you heard me in any way, shape, or form say, I want some blue light, that was it. So we have definitely gotten some blue flashes here as soon as I came down.
True.
So now that I'm down here, Mac and I didn't have sort of a Harry Houdini pact that if one of us died, the other would come back to haunt the other person. Well, we talked about things like that, never expecting one of us would die so soon. So, this is off the grid for Parrsboro because Mac was never to Parrsboro. He only ever visited Nova Scotia once. Sorry, twice. I brought him up here. Mac Tonnies, if you are out there in the ether and your little trickster self has come down in response again to my request on this, the possible / probable anniversary of your death, which is always a bittersweet time for me. Thank you, and feel free to interact with us. I do not believe there's anything evil here. I believe that it might be Mac. I also believe that it might be the postmaster, who people have said is here. It could be both. But while I was upstairs, I also did a little art session. It's not particularly good art, but Mac was an inveterate sketcher, drawer. He would doodle things all over the place. So I did a little doodle, a little ghost hunting doodle. Amy, you're in it. Kim, you're in it. Holly, well, I guess maybe you're the shmoo ghost. That's possible you're in it. I don't know. And I'm in it. So maybe, Mac, if you want to interact with Amy or Kim, because you've never met them. And I did say, you've met Holly. I said, Mac met Holly. And I said, I think you'd like Amy, and I think you'd like Kim if you had met them. So here they are. Feel free to interact with them. I cannot stress enough, I do not believe there is anything harmful down here because Mac was also a trickster. He would take cats, he would put laser pointers on the wall and play with his cats because the cats didn't know what the laser pointer was. It's just this is light moving. So it would get them all worked up. that's how he would stimulate the cats. So Mac, if you're out there, come down and stimulate us. If it's not you, Mac, and it's somebody or something else, oh,
Did you say that this is the anniversary of your friend's death?
yes, give or take a day,
Oh my goodness.
because we're not actually sure what day he died on.
Wow.
Because I think he was, details that the audience at home doesn't need to know. He's dead for about 3 days before they found him.
Wow.
Again, give or take. So Mac, if you're out there, I think this would be grand if you could come back. Some blue lights would be great. Some hints, some, as Paul Simon would say, some hints and allegations. What do you got? Do you have anything to say to, here's a question. You got the obelisk on there, Holly?
Yep, the whole time.
Would you like to speak to Amy Murphy?
Yes.
There you go. Notice I didn't say speak through Amy Murphy, Amy.
Right, to me.
Right. So reach out and touch Amy, Mac, if you're here. You know, make your presence known to her in some way.
Hi, Mac.
Paul,
Yep.
does the word van mean anything to you in your relationship with Mac?
Yes.
Wait, sorry. Why did you ask me about Van, Kim?
Popped in my head really, really strongly.
We were sitting in a van in a parking lot with the doors open in Southern California when he got his call from his agent that gave him a book, his last book deal for a book called The Crypto-Terrestrials. And then in that van ride, we cooked up, generally speaking, the story for a script that in part became my last feature film, The Color of Spring. And another part is going to be my next feature film. So,
True.
Questioned van. That a lot of stuff happened for the two of you in a van.
it sounds wrong when you say it like that.
Sorry.
That was a true response, by the way,
Ah,
to your statement.
okay.
Okay.
So maybe, are you riffing on the van thing? Because we had a lot of long conversations in that van about life and how to live it as we were driving around Southern California filming UFO films. Mac, are you out there? Can you reach out to Amy Murphy? She,
Yes.
there you go. She has a habit. She's open. As long as you're a good entity, and Mac, you're a good entity. You're the best. Can you impart some wisdom to Amy? Anything at all? Kim, too. Hey, Kim, you got your dowsing rods? Mm-hmm. Hey, let's get your dowsing rods up. Let's see what Mac would think those are ridiculous. But he wouldn't rule them out either.
Yes, I'm open to, I don't want to say it. I'm open to positive energy that wants to, if you want to borrow my energy field.
True.
If you are good, I will let you come into my energy field only if you're good, if you have good intentions. If it's bad, I will not allow you in, please. No tricksters, no evil, please.
Got a yes over here on the dowsing rods for some reason. I'm not
Yep.
sure why.
Yeah, because I opened myself up. I said
Go
it
back
was-
to neutral, please.
I've been closed off the whole time I've been down here. I've been holding off.
Go back to neutral.
Only if you're good, please. Only if you're good, please. Only if you're good.
Definitely only if you're good.
Only if you're good. I feel it. Only if you're good. Please, 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 please. Okay, so please. They're testing me out right now. They're very lightly on the edge of me, not full on. I don't think I think it might be a good spirit that doesn't want to hurt me because it knows I'm nervous. I feel like they're cautious.
I don't feel anything, so that's all you?
My hands are you don't feel the hands? My hands are freezing.
Didn't feel any extra cold there? No?
Okay. Okay, it just moved out. It's probably gonna move back in again. Yeah, here it comes. Okay, they're testing me out.
Well, I got news for you, Amy.
What?
Evil spirits wouldn't test you out.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Because evil spirits would just come right in.
True.
My knees are shaking. You can see me shaking. You could probably feel me shaking.
True.
You're very lightly tapping into my energy. It's very slight. You're just, it's like using just a very wee bit. It's not like a full tremble, but it's like a little tremble, if that makes sense.
Is there more than one spirit here?
Yes.
That's the answer we got earlier from the dowsing rods as well.
We did, yeah.
Is one of those spirits Mac Tonnies?
Oh, it's cold right across my hands. Oh, it's cold. Cold, 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 cold.
It's kind of fighting with itself, which is really interesting.
Is one of those spirits the postmaster, the old postmaster that was here?
Oh, that's cold right across my hands. And right across my nose. It's like right across this area of me.
All right, creatures out there, people, entities, former friends, well, still friends. We're here to interact with you, to talk to you, to listen to you. So you need to talk to us. You need to let us know who you are. It's great that you can flash some blue lights. I can interpret that to be my friend Mac, or I can interpret that to just be random blue lights. It's interesting, to me it's interesting, but other people watching this might go, well, yeah, maybe it's just a coincidence. Amy feels stuff, that's great. To her it means something. Maybe to other people it's like, well, maybe it's just a coincidence. Give us multiple bits of stuff happening at the same time. Give us something that is definitive, that we can take to the bank. Show us something, say something, do something. We've been at this long enough. I'm not going to say you owe us, but you know us. You know who we are. You know we don't mean you any harm. And you know we're interested. So we're opening the door. We're putting it out there. Here we are. Come talk to us. A longer conversation.
Paul, when you said you're opening the door and letting things in, are you referring to all entities that we're asking to come in?
No.
Okay.
No, hashtag love and light. So I don't really believe there's any evil entities that are interested in us. Nobody's going to steal our souls. Whatever that means. Blah, blah. Cryptic words.
5?
Wait, there's 6 of us. Can't even get that right. So you're like a trickster who can't count.
Maybe one of us is immune.
Or maybe one of us won't be here for long.
Oh my God.
Great.
On this episode of Haunted, somebody gets fired. Don't make me fire you, ghosts.
One last time. Here.
I'm sensing that maybe it's over for tonight. That what was here isn't interacting with us. It was active for a bit, got some blue lights and everything, nothing now, which actually makes it more interesting to me. Because if it was the machine or something going on with the environment, you would think it would just keep going, or it would be fairly consistent. But it did interact with us when I came down here after calling the blue lights out. So maybe it is Mac, I don't know. There were some other things that happened, some things moved, some flashlights have gone off.
Several.
There you go.
Yeah.
The ghost box has gave us some stuff during the Estes session. So we, I think, have lots of leads that we can pursue. And you know what the exciting part is, friends? We've got one more location here in Parrsboro to investigate. Next week on Haunted Folks, you're going to see what happens, everything that was here, everything that might have been up at Dale's. We're going to try and open the door to all that stuff to get some answers from this particular trip. And then we're going to see if we can chart a course and head out and open things up for the rest of this season. But I think we're done here for tonight, guys. I think maybe it's passed us by, but we're going to bring it back tomorrow for us, next week for you. What was that, Holly?
Probably not important. Oh, no, told us to bail.
There you go. So in one final sort of message, it's time to bail out of the old post office here in Parrsboro. Thank you, spirits
Thank you.
in Parrsboro and the old post office, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And Mac Tonnies, if it was you and you are out there, thank you, old friend, for coming down, playing a little bit of a trick with us here on Haunted.